This is a slide from lecture number 1. We used this slide to introduce a displacement, and we said it's an arrow. But if we want to draw an arrow, we don't really need to know anything except starting point and final point. We draw an arrow, done. We don't need a background. And as we said, any motion can be broken down in specific steps, and for each step we can use an arrow. So we use this term arrow, arrow, arrow many times, and that makes it important. Anything which we use many times becomes important, and if it becomes important, we have to study its properties. And first of all, we have to rename it. Every important thing has a new name, vector. So now we can say an arrow, or we can say vector, and that's going to be the same thing. There are many definitions of vectors. This is it's sufficient for us. Definitions of everything have been evolving in the history of physics. It starts from something simple. A vector is an arrow, so it must be straight, cannot be bent. It has a specific length, has to have a direction, but only one. How many vectors do you see here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. We have to examine each element one by one. Is this a vector? What's wrong with that? It's not straight, it's bent. It violates one part of a definition. Is this a vector? There is no specific direction. What's wrong with this? Has no direction. So what's left? This is a straight, has one direction. This is another one. We only can see two vectors